Welcome to Year of the Water Tiger Sagittarius. Year of the Yang Water Tiger begins on February 1st of 2022, lasting through until January 21st of 2023. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. I'm a Rosicrucian seer, biblical astrologer, Christian psychic, and Gnostic mystic. And this is a readings by Rosemary Angelic Transmission. Yang Water Tiger Year is actually called a Black Water Tiger Year. Now, the Yang trait makes him actively masculine in his personality. In years when Tiger is white, his aggressive Tiger nature is balanced by a feminine, yin, cool, elemental attribute. Therefore, in Yang Water Tiger Year, or the Black Water Tiger, two fiery qualities of Yang and Tiger are soothed and cooled by the element of water only. If you want to appease a ferocious tiger during a Yang Water Tiger Year, use the colors of blue, turquoise, or green to lull Tiger's aggressiveness into tranquility. My friend told me a few tiger jokes when I told him that Year of the Tiger was coming up in 2022, and I'll share a couple of those with you now. The first joke: what dinner did the tiger devour when he was finished with a surfing lesson? He made a meal of his surfing instructor. Now, second one: how does a veterinarian give a syringe full of medicine to a sick tiger? He gives the tiger his shot with extreme caution. We all have a pretty good idea about what tigers are like and about what we can expect during a tiger year. Tigers are tough, they're powerful, courageous, heroic, big-hearted, forceful, and defiant. Tigers are also known to be eager, testy, and even lumbering once in a while. So let's take a look at some of the fortunate gemstones, the auspicious colors, and lucky numbers for Sagittarius, as well as advantageous talismans during the Yang Water Tiger Year. So the astrology lucky charms for Sagittarius, the Archer, during year of the Yang Water Tiger Year are as follows. We've got the gemstone. The lucky gemstone for Sagittarius is turquoise. The auspicious colors are blue, white, and salmon. And the lucky numbers for Sagittarius, the Archer, are 4, 6, and 1. So the Yang Water Tiger lucky charms will begin with the gemstones, the auspicious gemstones. The first one is cat's eye of blue, green, or orange color. Also, we have banded agate of blue, orange, black, or green tone. And we have tourmaline of black, orange, blue, turquoise, green, or gray shades. And the fortunate colors will be to indulge in blue, turquoise, and green, and that's to heal and calm. You can also utilize black and gray to accomplish things. And you can revel in orange to energize and motivate. Numbers that are auspicious for the Yang Water Tiger or the Black Water Tiger are 0, 3, and 9. Now, Yang Water Tiger color specifics. Black Water Tiger auspicious colors of blue, turquoise, and green afford healing to Tiger. Black, gray, and orange lucky colors give him ample measures of active energy and great power. Images of blue, turquoise, or any kind of blue-green gives him calming and cooling energies. And we do want to keep Tiger calm and relaxed, don't we? Indeed we do. Now, green Tiger stencils are healing for finances in Yang Water Tiger Year, and blue and orange tiger symbols bestow the qualities of love and power, very much like the Archangel Gabriel. Now, be mindful when invoking such potent, emotionally charged angelic frequencies. Renderings of a black tiger stencil will grant career success. Although too much could cause Tiger to expend too much energy in striving for ever more obsessive accomplishment. Indeed, a workaholic that loses the accomplishment he has hastily won due to overexertion is a probable outcome of a black tiger magical talisman that's been exploited with impunity. So you need to use the black tiger talismans during the Yang water tiger year with strategy and with a tactic in mind of when you're using it and what you're using it for and how often and for how long of a period of time you're going to use it for, so you don't overdo it, because you don't want to make yourself again fatigued or ill. So you want to use them only when you're energized, and stop using them and go switch to a blue or something like that, or a green when you need to heal, like taking a vacation. And it's irresponsible not to take vacations, isn't it? Indeed. Now, when we get to talking about the black and orange tiger representation, so some feng shui aficionados like to use black and orange tiger representations to bestow the speed and the refreshing energy when applying, towards your goals and your aims and your objectives. Again, use mindfully and use at specific intervals to avoid exhaustion or getting sick during this black water tiger transit. Now, shun away from silver and pink or two reddish shades of purple, and use bluish shades of purple sparingly during Yang water tiger year. Gold and yellow, the colors gold and yellow, can be used during the black water tiger year, although these colors will tend to numb the psyche. Yang water tiger number specifics. We want to give you the number specifics. You may combine 0, 3, and 9 together to form combination numbers. For example, 390, 30, 39, and 309. Be aware that a number that indicates a 0 or includes a 0 is more vulnerable and creates more vulnerability than a number that lacks any of these zeros. So stay away from the numbers 7 and 8 during the black water tiger year, and use the number 4 extremely scantily. Tigers are curious about the number 5. They're very curious about it, in that they think it's going to bring them attention and fortune. And indeed it has those properties, but just keep in mind that this number also brings, 5 also brings a big risk exposure. Now, for the Chinese Zodiac animal sign compatibility for the black water tiger. Now, tiger loves horse and dog. Tiger really likes pig, and tiger likes other tigers. Tiger likes dragon, rabbit, rat, goat, and rooster. Now, tiger dislikes ox, and tiger does not like snake. Tiger has rivalry and competitive mano-a-mano rivalry with monkey. So understand that. Sagittarius mutable fire personality during a Yang water tiger year will be fortified. The archer will be vitalized, heartened, energized, and cheered as the tiger fixed component of wood provides energy to the untamed water of fire constituent of Sagittarius. In addition, the tiger's fixed element of Yang will further heat Sagittarius's entertaining and winning personality, occupying dominion with light from the brilliance that will start the parade of events set in motion by the archer's autonomous desires to go on expeditions headed for intriguing locations. The aspect of water brought about by this transit of Yang water tiger year is the only factor that will chill and soothe Sagittarius a bit in the archer's mission towards securing and enjoying ample portions of wealth. Use this opposing constituent of water intentionally to cool and appease circumstances that might be moving ahead too speedily, and triumph will be yours, Sagittarius. Water can be heated by fire and thus utilized as mist to generate energy and provide power to whichever venture Sagittarius wishes to advance forward. The good news is that water helps to keep Tiger Year's characteristic despotism and rebellion chilled and made controllable. Since this is a Yang water Tiger transit, the water trait is not as frozen as it is in Yin water, the white water Tiger years. And given that Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter and corresponding Jovian deities, Tiger year could stir fierce sovereignty and independence in Sagittarius. Therefore, the archer should be mindful before taking action and be sure to settle down any irritated emotions which might be aggravated before moving ahead forward. And this is chiefly in situations where the archer is feeling overwrought. Okay? Now, Sagittarius is placed on the Jade Emperor's zodiac race. Now, in the Jade Emperor's race, Sagittarius we're going to show you how it corresponds to one of the Chinese animals. So in Western astrology, sign of Sagittarius corresponds with Chinese animal of rat. Legend has it that the Jade Emperor held a race to place 12 animals on the zodiac wheel. Rat came in first place in the race held by the Jade Emperor. Rat made a deal with Cat to hitch a ride on top of the ox because they were best friends and thought that ox would be able to really cross the river faster and more assuredly than anyone else or than any of the other animals, thereby affording ox and them riding on the back, as hitchhikers, as sort of stowaways, if you will, excellent placements on the astrological wheel when the final tally was tallied up. So Rat made a move that caused Cat to be thrown off ox, allowing Rat to get ahead of everyone and finish in first place. Legend has it that is why nowadays Rat and Cat do not get along, even though they used to be very close friends. Cat is mad at Rat, and Rat knows why. And also recognizes that Cat's anger is right, which is why we see Cat always chasing Rat to get retribution and Rat running away from Cat. However, keep in mind that Rat comes in first place, and this makes Rat a winner. Now, Sagittarius, the Archer, year of the Yang water lesson. Sagittarius, just like Rat, is well dressed, sophisticated, and convivial. Just make sure that the Archer pays attention to individual health and wealth when occasions are presented to Sagittarius that seem pleasurable, amusing, and thrilling throughout this transit. Many of the salespeople that attempt to dazzle Sagittarius with exciting vacation packages to unusual destinations are in need of a fast buck. Therefore, it behooves the Archer to visit places that Sagittarius is familiar with, so that this Tiger year's perilous quality doesn't overly startle vacationers. The Archer knows what she or he wants. Therefore, focus upon Sagittarius' own cleverness and know-how to select and book excursions. And stick with the travel agents and the destinations that you're familiar with. Now, the Sagittarius, the Archer year of the Yang Water Tiger blessing. What are your blessings? During this Black Water Tiger year, expect more opportunities in which to let the Archer's high-spirited and affable personality win Sagittarius new friends and new contacts and associates. Meeting new people in new places is going to be a lot of fun, and especially going on voyages with loved ones. That's what's really on the docket during the Yang Water Tiger year. Western astrology sign of Aquarius corresponds with the Chinese zodiac animal of tiger. Legend has it that the Jade Emperor held a race to place 12 animals on the zodiac wheel. Tiger came in third place in this race held by the Jade Emperor. Tiger was powerful enough to finish well, even though his thick hair became filled with water while he swam across the river, causing a slowing down of his pace. Tiger's determination and also his powerful, strong brute force pushed him forward and onward, while the Jade Emperor was gladdened by his first 3 Chinese Zodiac Astrology animal placements. His race was going well. Yang water tiger attributes. Yang metal tiger has like a general tiger qualities which are known to be insistent, potent, impertinent, dangerous, audacious, and charitable. Tiger can also display traits of being on edge, self-conscious, irritable, and intolerant. Now, water qualities will add some patience, cool-headedness, relaxation, and introspection to Tiger's ferocious, though alluringly personal and personality type attributes. So although we can have some of this ferociousness, also Tiger's going to have a lot of allure and have a very pleasant personality, a very tempting personality. Now again, this is a Yang water tiger year, not a Yin water tiger year. That makes a difference. Therefore, the Yang element doesn't allow for a complete chilling and assuaging of the tiger's authoritative celebrity, as is the case during Yin water tiger transits. Yang water tiger advice. Yang water tiger is a year to savor and enjoy all of the exceptionally lucky aspects that tiger brings. Good fortune happens when the spirit of abundance opens a door to a person who has diligently done the groundwork to succeed in their field. It's also important to point out that in Feng Shui, the Chinese art of placement, difficulties are actually seen as being beneficial prospects when observed from a correct perspective. Now, therefore, people that have come up with formulas for success and who have overcome their own troubles or who have cleared up the predicaments of others, and those who are well prepared will prosper greatly during Yang water tiger year. Yang water tiger influence. Yang water tiger being the third of the 12 zodiac animals in Chinese astrology brings action, uprising, magnetism, and ignition to any endeavor begun the year before. Fascination, vigor, and excitement will be afforded to any new work or relationship implemented. Year of the Tiger repeats every 12 years in Chinese astrology, while Year of the Yang water tiger repeats every 60 years, occurring in 2022, 2082, 2142, 2202, 2262, and 2322, and on. Yang black water tiger year of 2022 on the Gregorian calendar overlaps with a portion of the year 7242 or 7242 on the traditional Chinese calendar. This is one that is not the one that we've heard about, that is more around the years 4000 and some odd, but this is a more ancient one that has actually 7,000 years and more. Now, comparative cultural astrology and New Year's celebrations. We're just going to talk generally about when you compare different astrological systems and their New Year's celebrations. We're just going to give you this briefly so you can see that Chinese astrology is really not that different from some other forms of astrology. Now, traditional Chinese zodiac places Rat, which associates with Sagittarius in the Western astrology system at the beginning, being November 22nd to December 21st. That's their first sign. And Pig, which associates with Scorpio at the ending, October 23rd to November 22nd, of the astrological wheel. It's intriguing to notice that these Chinese zodiac signs, what they do on a Chinese calendar is they split it between, again, rat, which is Sagittarius. So the beginning is rat, Sagittarius, and the end being pig, Scorpio, which is right where the mysterious zodiac sign of Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer, is found. Now, Ophiuchus is often called the 13th zodiac sign. It's equally fascinating to become aware that the Celtic pagans considered the festival of Samhain on the 31st of October as actually being their new year. That's Halloween. Now, also being a lunar calendar. So the pagan calendar is also a lunar calendar. Now, with that said, when corresponding with Western astrology, one would associate the head of the Western zodiac, which is Aries, with dragon, and Pisces, the tail of the Western astrology, with rabbit. It's also fascinating to comprehend that there are in many cultures more than one New Year's celebratory festival. In some they have as many as 4 New Years. Now, the Yang Water Tiger year is formed from the attributes of being the 9th heavenly stem of Yang water gotten from 10 celestial elemental qualities of the 3rd earthly branch gotten from 12 terrestrial animal personalities. Key words for Yang Water Tiger year. The Chinese word Ren means clean, and it's the ninth heavenly stem. So it's clean, Ren. The Chinese word Yin means respect, which is the 3rd earthly branch. Now, this Yin characteristic is not to be confused with the fact that this is a Yang water year rather than a Yin water year, okay? So this is Yang Water Tiger, but the 3rd earthly branch is called Yin, and that means respect. So that's different than the other Yin and Yang that we're talking about. So don't get those two confused. And the Ren, which is the 9th heavenly stem, means clean. So clean and respect. Okay? Now, it's important to note here that the 10 heavenly or celestial stems are derived from the 5 elements in Chinese astrology, which are fire, metal, wood, earth, water. The 10 qualities are comprised of the characteristics of yin and yang divisions within the assigned elemental attribute, with this current year of the water tiger being a Yang Water Tiger year. Therefore, there are 10 aspects, and these are gotten from the yin and yang characteristics of the 5 Chinese elements. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements of, again, fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. And there's yin and yang of each one of those. So again, this is a Yang water year, not a Yin water year. So again, the yin that we talked about earlier, that is from the 3rd earthly branch, which means respect, is yin, but that's not the same yin. That's different. And again, the Ren from clean is the 9th heavenly stem. And again, the 3rd earthly branch is the respect and yin. And that's different from the other characteristics we're talking about, which are yin and yang. Okay. Now, the primary guardian angels for Yang Water Tiger year. For the aspect of water, elemental archangel of water is Gabriel, being the archangel of all the water signs in Western astrology. Regarding the component of Yang, which is associated with fire, elemental archangel of fire is Michael, being the archangel of all the fire signs in the Western zodiac. The Western zodiac sign of Aquarius, which corresponds to the Chinese zodiac sign of Tiger, is an air sign. And even though Aquarius is the sign of the water bear, Aquarius corresponds to tiger, and tiger associates with the fixed constituent of wood in Chinese astrology. Since there is no corresponding Western astrology element to the Chinese component of wood, we shall take a look at some of tiger's other fixed aspects of yang and springtime. The season of early spring, very, very early spring, is similar to the warmer and moister elements associated with the guardian archangel, Raphael, that rules over the eastern direction of the compass, as well as all of the air signs in the Western zodiac. And also, since Aquarius is an air sign, elemental archangel Raphael is an excellent archangel to call upon throughout Yang Water Tiger year. Therefore, the elemental archangels that are beneficial to evoke for Yang Water Tiger year are archangels Michael for Yang component, Gabriel for water element, and Raphael for both air and springtime aspects. The zodiac angel Cambriel for Aquarius, the water bear, which is a fixed air sign, is another guardian angel to call upon during Yang Water Tiger transit. Secondary guardian archangels for Yang Water Tiger year. Planetary archangels which associate with Aquarius being Western astrology correspondents for year of the tiger are angelic rulers of Saturn and Uranus. Saturn's archangel is Cassiel, and Uranus's archangel is Ariel. It's Auriel, not Uriel, but Ariel, Auriel for Uranus, and again for Saturn it is Cassiel. Awareness of both Western and Eastern astrology associations is very helpful. Now, Earth and celestial angelic coordinates for Yang Water Tiger year are as follows. Earth coordinates of elemental guardian angels. The Earth coordinates on the Earth plane. The North elemental archangel of Earth is Uriel, and this is the Merkaba. This is the Merkaba symbol, a three-dimensional symbol that is representing the archangel of Earth, which is Uriel. And that's on the Earth coordinates. That would be for north. Okay. Now, the East elemental archangel of air is Raphael, and this is the Merkaba symbol. Mer meaning rotating fields of light. Ka meaning spirit, and Ba meaning soul. And this is for air, and this is Raphael, the archangel Raphael for air. And in this earth plane, on the physical plane, that's in the east. And the south elemental archangel of fire is Michael, and this is the archangel Michael's fire. This is the fire Merkaba field, again for Archangel Michael on the earth for the south elemental archangel, the Merkaba field. And the west elemental archangel for the earth coordinates for the physical plane is Gabriel for water. This is the archangel Gabriel's Merkaba field. This is Gabriel for water in the west in the earth plane. So if you're making sacred circles, that would be what you would call the archangels on the earth plane. Now, when we go to the celestial coordinates, let me just say this first. What we showed you here, these are actually these are hexagonal forms. These are made out of 6 sides each. So the archangels come in looking this way because they are of a higher plane. So they're always gonna look like this. But to call the archangels, even though that's what they look like in their Merkaba field, you wouldn't use a hexagram to call in on the earth plane. On the earth plane, in the physical realm, you would use a pentagram to call in. And that's for another video at another time, but that you would be using a 5-pointed star to call them in. Now, when you get to the celestial coordinates, you're going to be calling in a six-pointed star. You're going to be using a six-pointed star, and you're calling the same angels, but their positions in the heavens are going to be different according to the sign of the zodiac, the four signs of the zodiac, which are corresponding to each of the archangels, which, of course, the Archangel Michael is, who is of fire, is going to be the fixed sign of Leo, of fire. And Gabriel of water is going to be the fixed water, which is Scorpio. And the earth angel for Uriel is going to be the fixed sign of Taurus for earth. And of course, Raphael, the archangel of air, is going to be for the fixed air sign of Aquarius. But we're going to give you from north, east, south, west, and we're going to give you the celestial coordinates again. So, north elemental archangel of water, Gabriel. So in the celestial coordinates, you're going to use Gabriel water. The Merkaba field is going to be in the north. So it's going to be different than the earth, than on the physical plane. Use the celestial or the heavenly as opposed to the earthly. You see, this is just like the heavenly branches and earth. I mean, the heavenly stems and the earthly branches. It's the same thing. If you really see, it's the same thing. It's just a different language, but it's the same thing. All right, now, so you have north elemental archangel for water, Gabriel, in the north in the celestial coordinates, and that's the Merkaba field. And you're going to have the east elemental archangel of fire is Michael, and this is Michael going to be in the east in the celestial realms. And you're going to have south elemental archangel of earth is Uriel. So in the south, you're going to have Uriel for the celestial coordinates. And the west, you're going to have the archangel Raphael in the west for the archangel of air, Raphael. That's going to be in the air in the celestial coordinates. So you see the differences there. All right, now we are going to now give you fortunate compass directions. Year of the Yang water tiger finds excellent fortune, expansive opportunity, and richness in northwest and northeast directions. Yang water tiger finds love, friendship, and trade in the north, gaining commitment for lifelong contentment in the south. During Yang water tiger year, avoid east, southwest, and west, for they bring trouble, misfortune, ailments, and evil people. Regarding whether or not to go on expeditions during Yang water tiger year, staying put where you are can also be problematic, bringing dilemmas and infirmities. Therefore, it is best to go on journeys during Yang water tiger transit, even if it's just for a small excursion to visit family, friends, and neighbors, or just a jaunt to the store or the park or the beach. Now keep in mind that Yang water tiger year is diverse when compared to other elemental tiger years. For each element has a different effect upon tiger. Now we're going to go over the Yang qualities, because again this is Yang, water, tiger, so we're going to go over Yang and water and also tiger. For Yang, the qualities and the attributes are masculine, day, hot, fire, dry, summer, outer, active, excited, expanding, hard, and dorsal. Water, the qualities are fortunate, prosperous, self-reflective, and also traditional, shrewd, credible, fear, cold, salty, ears, with flexibility as accommodating as water. Also, the general tiger associations. I'm a fan of Bruce Lee's, and he always, one of his quotes was, "You must become water, my friend." So, again, flexibility, water. You take on the shape of that which you are occupying. Now, General tiger associations: yang, wood, spring, Aquarius, sunflowers, especially Cinerea, which is a type of sunflower, and also the first month on the Chinese lunar calendar. Now, there are 5 elements in Chinese astrology, being fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. Those are the 5 Chinese elements. Notice there's not air. And in the Western system, they do not have wood or metal. However, in the Western system, there is an ether or a spirit. So there is a 5th element of spirit or ether in the Western system. So again, in the Chinese system, there's metal and wood and earth and water and fire. We're going to give you the associations for which element controls what other element. Now, fire controls metal. Metal controls wood. Wood controls earth. Earth controls water. And water controls fire. This is the circle of life. As we come full circle, we attempt to balance the 5 elements. Fire brings joy, heat, bitter, the tongue. Earth brings worry, damp, sweet, in the mouth. Metal brings grief, dry, pungent, the nose. Water brings fear, cold, salty, ears. Wood brings anger, wind, sour, eyes. Now, to calculate the Chinese New Year, simply count the 2nd new moon that comes after the winter solstice. The information found in this document, in the attached document, just look in the description box, and you can click on the blog. And so in that document, and also that we're giving to you in this video, the information is based on the oral tradition known as Kabbalah, taught to me by Rosicrucian clergy when I was but a young girl, the facts of which I have committed to memory. Thank you for joining us. Join us again.